Alright, in this video, I'm going to finally import two of my drawings. I know it's pretty bad right now, but I just want to quickly test the parallel and show how I add things in here. And I'm going to learn and improve my drawing skill and gradually improve. But I really want the functionality to work. And then I have an idea, okay? What about this game is constantly improving depending on developer skill as well as drawing skill, and I want to add some like lessons inside this game. Will that be amazing? Let's do it. So let's go back. So currently, if you're new here, by the way, if you just like stumble upon my channel, is a kind of semi devlog, semi tutorial of how I use Unity to develop a kind of a RPG or ARPG game. And also I got another channel called Learn Digital Art where I share my all this creation using like different software. Right now I'm using Sprite. Okay, so yeah, so we already here is like a progress. Okay, we already know how to like attack, dash, jump, falling, and we got wall jump, right? Wall jump and dash, wall jump, dash. Okay, I got a cliffhanger here, and yeah, and attack and all the combo. Okay, so yeah, so let's quickly import the background here. We don't need this palette thing right now, so I'm going to like use another mouse, sorry, because the magic mouse, okay, the magic mouse I'm using is lacking of middle scroll, so a little bit hard. So I'm going to click and drag. Oh, it's a pretty small, in fact. I'm going to scale it at least to 10. Yeah, that's about it. But if you look at the phone, it's too big. It's too big. I'm going to make it, I don't know, 5. Okay, let's try it. Look at here. Okay, that's kind of works. Yeah, kind of works. We will adjust, fine tune that later. Right now I want to import another layer that I just imported, exported. I think it's in the document or somewhere. Okay, background houses. So I'm going to drag the PNG here. This is another drawing. I specifically using a PNG for that because I want a transparent background. I'm going to click and drag it here, and obviously I'm going to scale it to at least 5 to get some sort of effect. Yeah. So yeah, pretty good. So let's quickly test it. And come on. Okay, so obviously it's like overlapping. We have to got a layer right now. The click and drag sorting won't work. So remember, if you click all this thing here, we got a sorting layer. Right now it's like a default. Everything is like in the conflict zone because they all want to be the first one. So what I'm going to do is to actually manually add sorting layer. So I'm going to add a lot. So first, default, yeah, default can kind of work. Okay, I'm going to say there will be a background layer, so BG for short. Okay, and also I got a background and like a wall or something like that. Player, definitely, we're going to add player and enemy. Okay, and again, what about ground? The actual ground layer. Okay, ground layer, yeah, sorting layer, so we can actually sort. Okay, and yeah. So if you think about this, all this layer, the most important, we always wanted to show. Yeah, let me just move myself a little bit. Okay, we are sort of looking at everything from here. Okay, so the first layer that I'm going to do, in fact, will be the last in the list. So what I'm going to do is to got the player, because that's the most important one. And then what about enemy? Also very important one. And then the background, of course, will be the back, then will be the ground or wall, whatever. Okay, so that should solve it. And remember, we can click player and actually got this layer. So where is it? Okay, let's look at here. Additional settings. So it's a renderer. So where is the render? Animator and capture collider, layer override, rigid body. Yeah, let's first solve the background to make sure it is at the background layer. Okay, so it's at the background. I'm going to make it maybe -1. Okay, and background house will be the background layer, but like front a little bit. And let's change the player. It's not ground. Background house is still a background. Oh, sorry. And the background -1, just like a really true background. And player, I believe it's an animator, because that's the thing actually got rendered. And let's see, shooting layer, where is it? Like addition, yeah, setting, and there will be the player. So the player, yeah, the player appeared. That's good. And grid, nothing ground. You should have a sorting layer of ground. So ground is showing the wall. You can sort of make it separate as well. Right now, I think just I'm going to like make it. Where is it? Come on. Yeah, I really need to get some sleep right now because. Okay, here. So let's just make it ground, because even though it's like wall and ground is kind of different, but still you can make it sort of like a ground. Okay, so yeah, that's much more like it. So everything will be rendered here, and I think the camera should have like the save zone, or even better, I can just paint on the ground and using some palettes of the ground to actually paint here, so you won't be able to actually see. Okay, so that's even better. Okay, so yeah, so let's test it again. Hopefully this will solve everything. And I believe the background is still a little bit too small, so what I'm going to do is to set foreground virtual camera. Yeah, these two backgrounds. I am going to make this a little bit bigger, or maybe I'm going to change the position. Yeah, let me stick to the position. Just a tiny little bit. Okay, just a tiny little bit. Maybe just 6. Okay, just a 6. And house maybe 6. Alright, let's test it one more time, okay? And we'll continue to push forward, because I really want to push forward and like refine later. Okay, let's quickly like zoom in so you guys can know what's going on. Okay, so I can move. Okay, we got a walking background. Let me just jump a little bit. Okay, but the background right now is kind of lame, because you do not actually do anything at all. Right now it's just like really just a background. Okay, we don't want that. we want it to like change somehow. So let's reorganize this. Okay, let's go back here. We got, yeah, let me create a empty. I'm going to say all this will be the game background, okay, game BG, and put all this background inside, so it's much more organized, and I can modify this later. And the parallax effects basically mean you got that if you move this way, it kind of like the center scene will like move with you, but the rest will like move backwards. So it kind of like seeing things like this way, okay? And you are here, so you are seeing things this and this. So it's sort of a move to opposite direction. One move quicker, the other move slower. That really depends on which kind of angle that you are aiming. But right now, let's quickly make everything, layout correct, and I won't repeat this multiple times so you know what I'm talking. So let's think about this. What about the camera? Obviously it's too big, so I'm going to change the virtual camera, and where is it? Yeah, virtual camera, main camera. Okay, the main camera, cinematic brain, using and out events. Okay, viewport rectangle. Really hard to change. Think about this. Okay, so camera size. I change the size. Okay, let me quickly near far viewport width and height, render depth. There's controlled by here. Body transition, target movement, camera distance. Yeah, we can have a soft zone. Okay, I'm not going to waste time on fine-tuning this, because right now I think the whole art design is not ready yet. So if I spend too much time and the whole art changes, the scale changes, everything will be redo. So let's go back here. We got background houses. Where's like the big BG? Oh, I created when I actually start the game, so it's not actually created. So yeah, I'm going to say game BG, not GB. GB is like a Great Britain sort of thing. I'm going to move it here, and I'm going to duplicate this a lot. So duplicate at least 1 or 2, and I am going to, okay, the scale is 6. What about I change the position here, as well as a change of position here. So it's like okay, hopefully there is no, oh, there's something. So W, I'm going to add a little bit of space. Okay, I don't want to be too precise. I want to add a little bit of variation. Okay, this one, things like in between is black. I don't think I need to worry too much. I'm going to make everything inside here, so I can just move this. Okay, I can just move this, and everything else will just automatically move. Okay, so okay, you got an idea. And also this, I think I'm going to do that as well. So yeah, and I think I can like move the whole background a little bit up like this. Okay, because, and maybe scale it down actually. Yeah, maybe not scale it down. Maybe just leave it here. Okay, the house. Let me just make it like connected. Okay, so approximately here. Okay, you don't need to be like really precise. You just need to get a continuous effect. That should do. So when you move the background house like a W, like you are moving everything. Okay, just to have a like endless scroll. You can even add that. So yeah, so the background is ready. We can add some C# script to dealing with the parallax effect. So parallax BG. Okay. So double click and wait for it. So basically, this parallax effect is the thing that will move according to the main camera. And in the game, we already got the main camera here. Okay, main camera is controlled by the virtual camera, which is a cinematic, thing going on. That we did not dive deeper because I think when I actually finish with the art creation, I'm going to get that. Okay, so Copilot is not working. Not signing. Okay, I'm going to get Copilot working. Okay, so let's start this. I'm going to first get hold of the camera. So private and game object, and I'm going to get hold of the camera. Right, so this camera we can later use. So also I want to set a specific like the scale factor for the camera movement based on camera transformations position, like especially if it's like scrolling the X position, the movement position. I'm gonna scale it, as you can see, right? I'm sort of treating let me just make it bigger. I'm sort of treating the parallax effect like this. So I'm looking this way. So when I'm viewing things, like I'm moving and the camera is moving with the player, but this thing is kind of scaled down, but also moving, and this the whole background at really far away places is going to move backwards. Okay, so basically there is a scale factor, whether you scale it up or scale it down, scale it positive or negative, you still need the scale factor. Okay, doesn't make sense. So if that makes sense, I'm going to add that specific scale factor. So I can have a serialized field for that factor, serialized field, private float for that. Come on, I think Copilot is not actually. On the camera. Okay, I can't use this camera. So camera cam. Okay. Maybe just use cam. Okay. And parallax effects. Parallax. Like timer or parallax time or parallax speed. I think speed. It's not technically speed, but I want this to be parallax speed. Okay, so like more intuitive. And Copilot is not doing anything. I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't really matter. We can use the auto completion, the default, to quickly get things. So first, I'm going to get the game object. I'm going to actually find it, the camera. So we got the camera here called main camera. Okay, so basically string, and we are going to find it this way. So main camera. Okay, so we get hold of the camera stored in the cam, and we can get hold of that position. So we can say the X position will be maybe underline. Okay, X position would be transform of dot that position dot X, and I do not have an X position, so why is like give me error here? And let's resolve the symbol of X position. So do I get this? No. Oh, I just forgot to declare. Sorry about that. So X position, and I'm going to declare it here. So X position will be private float. So declare this, and yeah, there should be no error. So basically, when I update, I want to actually move float move distance. Okay, I'm casing here. This move distance will be, okay, get hold of the camera and get hold of the camera's movement position X movement and multiply this parallel speed, and that speed can be X or Y. Okay, doesn't really matter, it's X or Y. Or position X, position dot X position. Okay, and we got move distance, and then we're going to get hold of this specific object that this script attached to, and actually transform this. The transform dot position will be just a new vector 2 or vector 3 position. So vector 3, yeah, vector 2 also. No space. Do the vector 2 already suffice. So we got the X position that we just declared, and we're going to add this distance, move distance. So it'll be X, and then Y just to be a transform dot position Y. So whatever transform that is required, just do it. So yeah, save this, go back. So let's actually add it to our game object. So background as well as, what's this? Background house. And why is W here? I must have like misspelled something. Background house. Okay, so we can add this script that we just wrote. Okay, here, parlex background, right? But I have to click and drag. So parallel speed. Okay, I do not set the speed right now because I want to first add the script. Okay, so here comes to a problem. So this speed, it really depends on you. Okay, so this can be, your player, you have a like most like fastest speed, and in center lower speed, and then there will be even like go back speed. But if you, relatively speaking, is already going back, so you can just make it pretty slow. So let me just show you. I think it's just so much easier for me to just demonstrate this for you. So this will move at pretty quick speed. So I'm going to say maybe 1. Okay, this, let's just test things there. Okay, just to test things. I'm going to 0.1. Okay, positive, negative. You can test around until you are satisfied. Doesn't really matter. You won't break anything, but I just want you guys to actually explore things. Okay, so let's just run this game to see for yourself. Right. So let's move. Right. It's actually moving, and I believe we are like too small to actually see the changes. obviously the changes are like too much. Okay, one is definitely too much, so you can I believe you can right now you can just change it to, I don't know, 0.5 maybe, and let's see that again. I believe it will be better if our player is actually bigger. And the wall check distance, as well as the distance should be like a longer. Okay, so let's see the result. Maybe a bigger screen, not simulator. Okay, so okay, it's pretty big, I believe. So the scale is not okay, but let's quickly test it here. Okay, the tile palette, I want to just quickly close it. Let's look at here, and let's zoom it in, make it back to just the one. Maybe just. Okay, so the game, I need to like click the game in order to control it. Okay, so click this game. Yeah, I believe everything is like too big now, especially the background, so you won't be able to see things clear. But actually, we got something going on here. Okay, this is definitely too long. Let me rerun this. So first, let's quickly. Okay. Sorry, I think I sort of have to change the camera's width and height. Okay, make it like smaller. And let's go on the simulator fit screen. Okay, so I can actually see this. Yeah, I think I might as well. Sorry, I might as well change the whole background to like a balloonish color, so you can get that effect. But I believe this can already see the result. And of course I want to change the speed. Okay, I apologize, I changed the camera. Okay, I changed a little bit of the dead zone as a soft zone, all that, because I want like a move, like offset, change everything upwards. But it's not fine, it doesn't really matter. I just want to show you that the parallax works. And yeah, it sort of works like this. So the moon, later I realized that the moon should like be stick and not change, because, or like change really little, very little, because if the thing is closer, it should like pass like back. Okay, but the moon is in the sky, is nearly not changing. So you better just yeah, there's a hack. You can just get the really background to 0.9 or just the 1. I think just the 1 will be fine. If you look at here, okay, so that's much better. That's much better. And obviously I need to like extend this to black area a little bit, but I also like can refine this camera movement so you won't be able to see the outside. Okay, so let's zoom it in so you guys can see it clearly. Okay, so I can move. We got the parallax effect working. That we can jump, dash, all things still works. The tag still works. That's pretty good. So yeah, so that's pretty much all there is to it. So yeah, the next step of course is to refine things, and of course I think right now let's just give you one nagging because I think the tile right now, the grid, the tile, the ground, all is pretty bright. I want it to be like a non-intrusive. So can I like make it darker just by dragging it down? Okay, I want to make it darker as well as the ground. I want this to be darker. You can change that in game, right? So let's test it out here. Of course, you can like tilt it a little bit to the red, so it's like everything's reddish. Yeah, let's okay, something like this. Pretty good. I can still move. I still got the parallax effect. I'm already at the edges here. Okay, so we got a wall. You can jump, dash. Okay, come on, jump and dash. Okay, more jump and dash. Okay, pretty good. I'm at the edges, so I run out. Oh, I can fall down at the edges. This is not wall, so even though I dash, I cannot get out. Yeah, pretty good. So yeah, so that's pretty much there is to it. I don't think this is suitable for the endless thing because I want every level to be unique. This is not like an endless run or something like that. So we will skip that. And if you want to know, I already got like an intro series. So you're more than welcome to just check that out. And so next step, of course, right now the pixel art is horrible. So I'm going to improve my drawing skill, and I'm going to draw more, especially the anime. And right now I got an amazing tool called Sprite. I'm like actively learning it. Okay, my drawing is horrible, but I'm actively learning. So if you're interested in my progress, you can go to Learn Digital Art, my other channel. I share every process along the way. So yeah, it's been fun, and thanks for your time, and don't forget to give me a thumb up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Okay, thanks, bye.